What's up, YouTube? It's your man Ayroq coming at you way too real. Doing a little bit something different this time around. Usually I'm in the Jersey game and stuff like that. Check out my other videos I got out there and stuff like that. I do the Jersey thing real tough, you dig? But I got a big love for MMA. So I'm going to start doing some prediction fights. And I'm doing UFC 129 today. Jake Shields and GSP, and I'm just gonna cut through all the chase and stuff like that and give you my prediction out the gate. I'm gonna take Jake Shields over GSP. Reason why I'm gonna do it is because nobody is giving this dude a chance. Nobody's giving him a chance, and I'm just gonna run down a couple things why I think that Jake Shields is gonna edge out GSP. First things first, people ain't respecting this dude. I mean, he's been in the game for a long time. A lot of people think he's just like a new wrestler, and you know why I think that they think like that is because they watch UFC. They don't watch MMA. They just watch UFC, and I think it's just disrespectful and it's very ludicrous to sit there and say if you're not a great fighter if you don't fight UFC. Now, I love UFC. That's the best show in town. But I watch Strikeforce. I watch Elite EXC. I watch Dream. I watch all that stuff because I'm a big MMA fan. I'm not a UFC fan. You dig? So, Jake Shields, I mean, he hasn't been beaten 6 years. Like, people is just underestimating that. You know what I mean? So, that Henderson Shields fight was just that's what pretty much put me on the boat. I mean, because I'm gonna tell you one thing that GSP has that is not his fault. I think it's a little bit of UFC's fault. Is he got that Liddell syndrome? And before I get a lot of cats leaving crazy comments or whatever, what the Liddell syndrome is what UFC will go out and they will get their dude that's gonna come in and bring them money and stuff like that. And like Chuck Liddell was bringing them a lot of money. So what they were doing was giving them, I'm not gonna say safe fights, but they was giving them fights like Randy Couture, Chuck Liddell 2, Tito Ortiz, Chuck Liddell 2, Jeremy Horn, Chuck Liddell 2, and it was like it was a big cash cow, but the fighter wasn't getting the benefits because he, you know, like when he fought Rampage for the second time, it just kind of opened everything up, and like people were like, Liddell was never the same after that. And I see that kind of with GSP because you know he's this pretty French dude, and you know looks like Jean-Claude Van Damme and stuff like that, and he's a good sell, you know what I mean? But if you look at his history, UFC kind of gives him those Chuck Liddell fights like Hughes, GSP2, you know, Matt Serra, GSP2, BJ Penn, Josh Koscheck. And that's like 8 fights where he's done fought the same dude. And it's like, you know, like a fight, Dan Henderson against GSP, UFC would have never allowed that to happen. And to be quite honest, I think that Henderson would have beat somebody like GSP because he's just too big, you know, to fight too big, you know what I mean? You know, like they won't step up and say, you know, Silva and GSP. I don't know the politics behind it, so don't leave crazy comments like, oh, it's not going to happen because of this. But I think that he's a big money maker, and so they give him fights where it's going to make money. A Jake Shields fight and a GSP fight, let's be real, it's going to be a boring fight because they're two like wrestling type of dudes. But let's go into some other things. First and foremost, a lot of cats, you know, like says Jake Shields is a very boring fighter. And I just don't like that. I don't like when people say, when somebody disrespects the craft of somebody else. Like, if you think that this dude's a boring fighter, don't watch his fights. But, you know, don't say that if you ain't a fighter. You know what I mean? Because the cats that just knock people out, You know what I mean? Like Chuck Liddell, he was just holding that fist down, walking around the ring, really, literally, with one arm down, trying to knock people out. Where's he at now? You know what I mean? Because he wasn't a well-rounded fighter. You look at somebody like Chuck Liddell, he was just trying to mash people. I'm big and I'm just going to mash you, and that's it. All right, well, cats caught on to that. You know what I mean? Like, you get a guy that's been fighting for 6 years and, like, he's a well-rounded fighter. I mean, you got to respect that. You know what I mean? Don't come in here saying, oh, this is boring, this is whatever, and stuff like that. But, you know, I got mixed emotions on the last fight Jake Shields fought against, I think it was Campman. You can't come in there all light in the ass and think you're going to, like, beat GSP, you know. He just looked lackluster. But, I mean, at the same time, he doesn't knock people out. And in the same right, Campman is a contender. You know what I mean? Like, he won that fight. And a lot of people's like, you know, just because he didn't submit him or just because he didn't, like, knock this dude out, you know, it wasn't a great fight. You know what I mean? It wasn't. It was boring. But at the same time, they didn't respect Shields coming out there. I think this fight's going to be a very boring fight, but a very exciting fight as far as, like, wrestlers and stuff like that. A very exciting fight because you're going to see some things that you ain't seen before. Like, I think GSP is going to go down. I mean, as far as, like, dude's going to take him down. You know what I mean? That's all this dude does is wrestle, and his jiu-jitsu is crazy. But he's got to be ready for, like, GSP, man. He is a beast, man. You know, like, it's hard for me to, you know, just come out here and say that GSP is going to lose a fight because he's one of my favorite fighters. But I'm just going to go out here and I'm going to go on a limb and I'm going to go Jake Shields. And you guys check out my other videos and stuff like that. And I'm gonna keep doing this, you know, and my jersey videos and stuff like that. And whatever tricks I got up my sleeve, you know what I mean? Shouts out to everybody in the game doing it way too vicious. Shouts out to my girl over here doing her nails over here while I'm actually doing my video and stuff like that. Say hi to America, baby.
Hi.
Yes, you know. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. And West Coast all day, every day. Check out my videos. There's gonna be more MMA videos, more jersey videos, more whatever and stuff like that. And remember, Jake Shields. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna say, 'cause nobody's giving this dude a chance. Jake Shields, holla at your boy.